What's up, y'all? Welcome to Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews, and welcome to another edition of my spirited sampling series where I, as a whiskey reviewer, take on a bunch of different non-whiskey spirits, give you my thoughts. The one today is a single cask from the good folks at Plantation Rum. This is the Fiji Islands 2009 vintage. I'm going to give you a nose, taste, finish review. I'll tell you a bit about what I think the value is on this and whether or not this is something you should put on your shelf or not. The interesting thing about this one here is that it has been finished off in Kilchoman single malt peated whiskey casks. So let me just give you the full review here. I'm going to get some of this in the glass. Let me tell you a bit about this, and then we can dive in. So Plantation, really, from what I've learned, is a whiskey brand, or I'm sorry, a rum brand that really gives you two different things. So on the one hand, you have your kind of standard everyday shelf rum releases from them, but then they have just a huge amount of these different single cask, and these are the ones to really keep your eyes out for. If you're looking for rums that have a variety of different finishes and that are coming in at a higher ABV. So here is the deal on this one. Again, so this is the Fiji Islands 2009. Here's the deal. This is bottled at 49.6% ABV. It is tropical aging, which is Fiji Islands, of course, for 8.5 years in bourbon casks, and then continental aging, so back over in Europe. 2 years in Ferrand casks, which is French cognac. All of these will tend to have those going on in it. And then you have a 6-month maturation in Kilchoman peated whiskey casks. All right. There's a bunch of interesting details also on the back here. These single cask releases from Plantation are really awesome. I'll spare you most of the story behind it. But this is triple column and pot still whiskey, pardon me, rum. The raw material that it's made from is molasses. It is aged until 2020, so we're looking at about a 11-year old rum total in its aging. So there you go. Of course, with the tropical aging on this for 8.5 years, I mean, you're getting a lot of cask influence. This is much longer in terms of how the influence because of that tropical climate than you're going to get in other parts of the world. So that's the story behind this. This is what this rum is looking like. Let me give you a little bit of thoughts on the nose here. Wow. So right away, you are really, really hit with that peat. You're getting off of the Kilchoman single malt whiskey casks. Wow. It's also rather estery rum. I mean, it's quite pungent. This isn't a Jamaican rum, but I'm still getting a bit of that in here. It's earthy. Good funkiness to this. You are getting some of those tropical fruits lingering underneath, and of course, a bit of that kind of dark molasses brown sugar note. But for the most part, this is just a very punchy, maybe some dried fruit, peat, and just earthy strong rum. All right, let's give it a taste. Intense. The kind of peated cask influence goes to the background of it. Much more bourbon cask forward here. I'm getting some slight nuttiness, dried fruit, banana. Wow. There's that vanilla. It's a bit smoky. A bit of a caramel note. It goes on for quite some time. And as it goes into a finish, it's drying, tobacco, spice. Just a hint of that fresh peat. Wow. Really, really interesting. These, for only 6 months in the Kilchoman casks, boy, it really shows up. Let's do one more neat sip here. Mm. Mm-hmm. Well, the nose was a bit strong and kind of overpowering. Lot showing up here on the palate. Really nice transition into the finish, again, which is slightly drying, rich overall experience here. All right. I'm going to put just a little bit of water on this and see what else we get. Hmm. Okay. Not much difference on the nose from what I noticed, but it's actually kind of sweetening up this whiskey, or I'm sorry, this rum even more. I keep saying whiskey because of that Kilhoman. It's a bit definitely gives you some confusion on that. Chocolatey, caramel, the vanilla is there, the nuttiness, it's almost like a bit of again, slight pineapple, banana kind of fruit note in it. Really dark molasses or dark brown sugar. Long finish, and it really hangs on for a while. That peat is still there, although it's again a little bit more tamed down with the addition of water. Boy, but that nose is unmistakable. It's funky, it's peaty. It really jumps out of the glass here. Okay. Okay. So let me break this down here and give you my thoughts. A bottle of this, again, there are just no shortage of these different single casks. You can still find this one if you do a little bit of searching. This was around $65 to $70, which I think is actually a pretty good deal for what you're getting here in terms of the quality is definitely there, especially at that near 50% ABV, really bringing through a lot of flavor. This is definitely a unique one. Not necessarily a daily sipper type rum for me. Definitely something change of pace, and of course, I picked it up because of the influence of those Kilhoman casks. Is that bringing something to the table that I think is really, really turning this into an excellent rum? Not necessarily. I don't love the peated influence here. It's fine. It's good. It's worth trying with some of your friends, but not necessarily something I want to drink on the daily. I just don't quite prefer it with this style rum. So all in all, good stuff. Would definitely love to hear what you think, if you've had any of anything like this before, or had a rum that's been finished in peated casks. But yeah, keep your eyes out for these Plantation single casks. They are quite good, and you'll find interesting stuff quite like this one. So let me know in the chat below. And with that, stick around. And I'll have another one of these up on the channel sometime soon. So take care. Thanks so much.